Hi everyone, welcome to this twin flame message. It wasn't intended to be a twin flame message because I had a dream and the cards came out to do with the beloved, which was very surprising. Although it's not that surprising because I have been setting the intention for opening up again to relationships. Long story, but last year my partner, twin flame, soulmate, whatever he was, passed away. So this was a bit of a shock. So a year ago on the 27th of August I found out, but I actually found out he died and passed away on the 19th of August. He was a virtual, we were online mostly. We have met a couple of times in real life. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of work in terms of honouring that relationship and letting go and moving on from the grief and those sorts of things. And so I've been doing a couple of ceremonies and had some communication from him, from spirit, so that's been nice. And so I feel kind of complete now in that it's time for me to move on. So I have a platform where I teach courses on relationships and NLP and things like that. So I have a friend who's actually creating a course for me, and I got a chance to preview it. And some of the tips that she gives I've been putting into practice, such as making space and time for the new person, even though they're not here yet. So I've just been doing that really, just through nothing too serious, just putting 2 pillows out and 2 plates for dinner and imagining what it would be like to serve up dinner and just things like that. And it kind of opens up your energy. And so the other night I got a chance to go dancing with her. She teaches dance movement, and synchronistically she ended up living in the same town as me, so I can now go every 2 weeks to her medicine movement classes. And it's actually quite full, there were some men there, and I wasn't in the mood for any eye contact, so I mostly had my eyes down on the ground looking out to the sea and the moon. It was beautiful. And so I just danced, and it was nice. I was just in my own space, getting used to being with community again. And yeah, it was a very, very spiritual, very beautiful thing. So, and I've been having lots of very vivid dreams, so that's what I want to talk to you about today, is why I'm doing this reading. And so basically I'll tell you the dream, and then I will tell you the cards I drew, and then we'll sort of get the overall picture. So I dreamt that I was in a place outside where big cats, tigers, panthers, and with their cubs, etc., were walking around, and other people were in the area also. Now, for those of you who follow Amanda Ellis and Magenta Pixie, the 2 of them had a synchronistic dream on this 31st of August time, and it was about protection and protecting the vulnerable, the cubs, the children. So that's this kind of, it's kind of linked in to what the video was about. And Magenta is on Rumble, Amanda Ellis is on YouTube, and I have a feeling she might be moving to Rumble because they both came up with terms, get ready to rumble or something. So Anyway, it's all kind of weird that us light workers and twin flames are getting these dreams. So there were these big cats walking around with their cubs, and there were other people walking around in the area, including me. So I was there, and I was across the field, and a large cat was coming towards me. I think it was a tiger, or it could have been a panther, or it was shape-shifting. I can't quite remember now, but I know the eye was in its direct line of focus, and it started to charge towards me. And I powerfully put up my hand and said, no. And the cat did not attack and turned away. And also this is very synchronistic with Magenta's dream that she had the same night as Amanda. My dream was actually last night because it was fresh in my mind. So I said no. So the cat didn't attack me, it turned away, and it was like he'd understood my energy. And I used the word he, funny enough, and I shall tell you why that is, because the cards revealed that. Then I walked around where other cats and people were wandering, and then I had the same energy of no with me, staving off other cats and respecting our own and each other's boundaries. Earlier in the day, this is in real life, I was on the beach, and this seagull kept walking around me, and I literally had the energy, I'm respecting your boundaries, I'm not going to hurt you, I'm on your side and I respect you. So that was kind of the energy that I feel was filtered into the dream in some sort of weavy way. So the protection, respecting others and our own and each other's boundaries, and also the fact that these were, I feel they were male cats, but they could be divine feminine cats protecting their young. I'm not quite sure yet what that means, because I don't want to be influenced by Magenta's dream. So I drew the cards, and so the cards, the packs that I chose, kind of relevant to that. So the first one I chose was The Sacred Traveller by Denise Linn, and the card that I pulled was View from Above, get the big picture. So there she is in her princess balloon, floating above the castle, and seeing things from a higher perspective. So what got channeled was, this card indicates that your dream was telling you to take the higher view and see the bigger picture. The fact that you were out in the field and in the wild told you that things outside of yourself that you cannot control can be dealt with in terms of setting clear boundaries without stepping on those of others. So this was clear guidance that your energy should be guided by those who are not here to upset or disturb you, and instead be loyal to your own kind. So this is about doing away with that people pleasing. Literally, that's what Lee Harris came up with as well this month. This month is also, according to I think her name's Amanda Byrne, it's about resilience. Resilience is the theme. Was that her, or I can't remember who it was. I think it was I can't remember who it was. But anyway, there's this very strong theme of power, taking back your power, setting your boundaries, and being loyal to your own kind. Okay, so your own kind. Right, so the next card I drew was from the Energy Oracle. I had two cards from there, which was the Man Holding a Coin and the Thinking Woman. Okay, So this was, the man holding a coin indicates that man has held physical power over you for many years. But taking your power back has meant loss of physical security, such as safety and protection. But take back your power, your own power, and protect, but now you have been privy to what it feels like to take back your own power and protect your own boundaries safely. So that's like a massive shift in consciousness for the collective, I feel. For all those that have been held and suppressed by the patriarchal power that's been holding down the feminine, the intuitive, and we are now stepping up and saying no, no more of this. So this is really, really fantastic. And I also channeled that the September energy is that is going to be sowing the seeds for a new beginning, and August will see the end of tyranny. So I do feel now, even if it's on an energetic level, that the end of tyranny within our own selves, we are not going to put up with it any longer. So the next card was the Thinking Woman, and the Thinking Woman indicates that your dream was telling you that you had the power all along, a bit like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz, and are able to stand up for your own rights. So now you can go safely in the direction of standing up for your rights by putting boundaries in place that allow you to be sovereign in your own right. The other point I want to make is when I went dancing with my friend, she has her own oracle cards, and literally I pulled the card. I actually have a copy of them here. She'll show you. I literally, excuse me, so she had them all spread out like this, and they're beautiful cards. And the one I pulled out was, hopefully I can find it quickly. I'll recognise it as soon as I see it. Quite a lot of cards in this deck. Beautifully done by her partner's mother. So very, very, this one. So that was the one that came out, and it was the Sovereign card when I went over to the altar in the dance room and pulled this card. So I have now been given confirmation that a shift has happened in my energy to really believe that I am sovereign rather than giving it lip service. So that was really fantastic. Then I had, the next card was from the Magdalene energy deck, which was Decision and Purgatory. So the Decision card meant that decision needs to be made in response to what you have gained in terms of wisdom, grace and forgiveness. In these times of hardship, we will need to be strong-willed in terms of getting your desires, dreams and aspirations met safely. So for now, this will be the focus of your journey. So this is kind of like the solution now to, okay, you've been suppressed by the patriarch, you now have the ability to stand in your power. So how is that going to look going forward? It's about making decisions on getting your desires and being strong-willed about it, and knowing that you can do it safely. Then the Purgatory card indicates that your dream was filled with fears that didn't belong to you. So you were able to spot the false flags of security and make a decision not to engage it or take the bait. This means you now have the power to stay alive. So this means no matter how much I don't take the bait. I can stay alive because I'm in control. I'm the thinking woman. I'm the one that makes the executive decisions in this relationship. Then the last card that came up was dancing, self-expression and movement. Well, this literally is self-explanatory. I literally, you know, when I was in that dance class, it was all about moving, expressing my body, being in my own space, in my own power, dancing my own dance and singing my own song. So this was the energy of getting in touch with your physical body, knowing where you are in space, knowing what's yours, knowing what's not, knowing where to set your boundaries in the dance. And as I say, there was a lot of people in the room as well, and so I was aware of other people around me and kept my own boundaries, and I didn't encroach on anybody else's boundaries. So that's very interesting. And then the bottom of the deck we had finding sanctuary, opening to spiritual source. So that's another thing that, you know, that dancing did for me. It's like connecting with that higher power. The next one was the sun, which was, you know, obviously the rays of the sun blasting through the fears and shining a light on what's not mine anymore. And then of course I had the beloved card come through, which is from the Mary Magdalene deck, and it's saying that a new love will be on their way. So very, very beautiful, and really, really excited to see how that turns out. And then there's taking action, intellect, you know, getting out there. It said, get out there. All your work now is going to bear fruit in terms of the metaphorical idea of summer. All your spiritual work, everything you've done, it's just about taking action now. And tonight I'm going to a singing class where I'll be chanting through the heart with some chanting people, and I love doing that. So so that's what's going to be happening. And this whole idea of being conscious and free and just, you know, getting used to my new power of being sovereign, like this card said. So it's kind of like I've had 3 or 4 days of messages coming through various things, and now going to be on a new path. So September is sowing the seeds for new beginnings. So this new beginning for me is about being conscious of the idea that I am safe, and that I'm safe to make decisions, not from the space of, oh, please protect me, please, you know, make sure I'm secure. No, the divine masculine, that's not his role anymore. His role is to be whatever it is for him. But we now, as the divine feminines, are in our power, and literally the ability to express yourself without worrying what people think is the definition of being whole, okay? And that is being sovereign. And also, the other thing I've taken to doing is fluid art. And so what I do is I make a canvas through the... I make a canvas, and then I drew some cards here, which are it's an amazing deck of cards here that I have, and the way I came by them is very synchronistic as well. But this is the pattern on the back, and that was the last one I did actually. So I drew those cards, and the message was be water, because this message I'd written this down ages ago, kept coming up, be water. So I thought, okay, I'm going to make that art be water, and then that spiritual water came out, and other cards with it. And so I picked the colour palette. Obviously that blue was in it, and then I flow the paint. But this was the first one I did with that process. It was called Joy. And then what I do is, where I live by the beach, I collect pebbles, and then I use whatever colours left and I flow them onto the pebbles, and then I varnish them round. So this one is lovely and smooth, and of course I put it on the cards there. The next one I did was called Transformation. So I'm going to be doing some more of those, perhaps inspired by this reading. I feel like, well, this one is about the violet flame, and I think a fluid art would be very nice with the theme of the violet flame, especially as we've got all this beautiful violet here in this beloved card. So I think that would be a really nice one to consolidate these two ideas of violet, of the beloved, and letting go of what's in the way of meeting my true beloved. Okay, so that is just amazing. And I can see some of the techniques here with these wiggly lines. What they do is they flow the paint and then they run their fingers through it in sort of these wiggly lines and make these little flowy lines as well. So got lots of inspiration there. So that will be my theme for the next, well, I think I'll call it The Beloved. That's what I'm going to call it. So that's official. The next piece is going to be called The Beloved. And my partner, who passed away, was very into sending me violet and white light, you know, the violet flame. So he is protecting me, he is with me, and it's all very magical and beautiful the way the universe flows everything together. So I do hope the message for you is clear if you needed one, and that clearing up your issues with the patriarchal subservience is now put to rest, so that your true divine masculine can come in, whoever that's going to be, to match your energy where you are at this time. Being sovereign is the ultimate holy grail. This is another one I'd love to do with the blues. That is beautiful. So I'm watching lots and lots of acrylic pouring videos, so I'm seeing all the techniques and gradually building up a repertoire of techniques and ideas, so that when I see something, I'm like, yeah, I can create that. And these paintings have encoded messages within them, and they will be powerful, so that when you look at them, you will feel the energy, the intention that was behind it. So yeah, that's really all I have for you today. Be sovereign, be in your power, set your boundaries in a loving but assertive way, and literally allow Spirit to guide you into your castle, your personal castle, your physical and metaphysical castle. All right, so thank you for watching. Namaste. Have a great day.